of total experience, including 6 years in SAP. Currently,
Okay.
I'm migration project in Simple Finance. So I have
Okay.
taken up the for people because I got myself trained and now I'm working on it. So I
Mm-hmm.
got an opportunity from Zaire to train people on SAP Simple Finance. I
Mm-hmm.
also train at Genovate in Thane. I'm a training with them,
Mm-hmm.
and I take FI and CO. Right now, in SAP, has stopped giving classroom training, so mostly it is online training now.
Okay.
And very soon, online training is also going to go away. It will be only VLC, that is virtual live classes. They are going to take.
Okay.
So lot of changes are going on right now, and
Uh,
this
uh, Jahir, can you just mute yourself, please? There is a lot of noises coming from you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, go ahead, Prasanna.
yes. So this simple finance, as we say, it's a new technology. Very, I mean, many companies are planning to move to simple finance just for the reason that in the next 10 years, SAP is going to stop support for other databases. Only HANA S4 database will SAP will support. So the clients
Okay.
will be forced to move to SAP Simple Finance over the period of time. So they have given 10 years. So by uh, I think 2025, they have to everybody. SAP will stop supporting other databases, and
Okay.
SAP HANA is in-house database built by SAP itself. It is not like Oracle or Microsoft DB, which is bought from other vendors. So this that is why they are, and now SAP is have tied up with other hardware vendors also for supporting hardware, because the hardware requirement is huge for Simple Finance,
Mm-hmm.
because it is mostly enhancement on a new hardware, brand new architecture. As you said, you are aware of
Mm-hmm.
the architecture, so I won't be talking much about the architecture. We will just jump
Mm-hmm.
into our functional module, which is SAP Simple Finance.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a demo, which is I am assuming for this demo is for people who are very new to Simple Finance, who have no idea of what Simple Finance is, what HANA is. So you feel free to ask me to skip anything if I am telling something which you already know.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. It's okay. I am, happy to hear everything from you.
Okay. So in the next 1 hour probably I'm going to cover this slide and answer your questions if I'm able to, because if you have 10
Yeah.
years experience, that means you will be knowing more than me. So
I have
you should.
done around 10 implementations, around more than 10 rollouts.
Okay. Oh, great to know that. Okay. So all right then. Okay. So let me just give you a brief overview of S4 HANA.
Mm-hmm.
So, so SAP pain points, classic solution provided. So okay, this is the agenda for today. Okay, fine. So this is the point that I will cover: SAP HANA overview, pain points in classical database. When I say classical
Mm-hmm.
database, it is like Oracle, which we are using,
Mm-hmm.
and solutions provided by HANA. What are the other available solutions that we have?
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what does HANA stand for?
No idea.
HANA stands for High Performance Analytical Appliance.
Okay.
The full form of HANA, high Performance Analytical Appliance. So
Okay.
just a good to know thing. It is not very important to remember it, but it is
Yeah, it's
always,
fine. It's fine. It is always better to know. I
yeah, it is
appreciate.
good to
Yeah.
know what HANA stands
Yeah.
for, because uh, it was also very new to me, because after some days I realized what the full form was. So I thought I should share it. This is the first thing.
Okay.
So it's okay. So these things I covered in the training. So roadmap, key enablers. All right. Let us. Okay. Now
So
let us
actually,
see.
just before going into that, okay, you said pain points with a classical database. So as far as classical database is concerned, it is based on the row, right?
Yeah. Actually, see, the thing
Row
is,
based.
yeah, what their row based, what the basic, the main idea about the current architecture is performance. So and easy updation of data, because what they did is, when the architecture, current architecture was developed, it was kept in mind the available hardware,
Okay.
because the RAM that was available at the time was so limited that they had to break the tables into various small tables so that it could be easily read
Mm-hmm.
and updated. So they came up with this row-based concept where rows were, they had, I'm not going to get into the functionalities of how database row has this advantage, but it has a lot of performance issues when it comes to reporting. When you have huge amount of data, for a limited amount of data, it is excellent actually. But the
Mm-hmm.
problem comes when you are managing huge amount of data and you want to retrieve data from the database, update data, or you want to query any, you want to display any data. So that was the disadvantage that the current database architecture had. Only time was an issue because now everything is moving. So after the advent of cloud computing, the concept of cloud computing has come in. It started with like Hadoop. If you know, Hadoop is the first
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pioneer in in the big data technology. So they thought if we have huge amount of data, so what is the the current technology is not capable to pull to pull reports from huge amount of data. Say for example, if you walk into a bank right now and ask anything related to 10 years back data, they will ask you to come after 15 days to collect it,
Yeah.
because the data that real time they maintain is only for 3 to 4 years, because their server cannot support real time data for more than that. That is now they made it columnar and then they changed the architecture. The Hana was first introduced for business warehouse purposes, and then they saw that it
Okay.
was functioning well, and then they moved from business warehousing into business suite, that ECC that we call it. That ECC currently uses Oracle or D2B, D2K. So they thought it's better to have Hana because of the performance, and the architecture is like the RAM, we call it in memory database, which is, see, they use still both are used, row based and columnar based, both are used depending on the functionality. The main advantage is everything is stored in RAM instead of hard disk. That is the only difference. Even the retrieving data columnar, they have emphasized on columnar structure because uh, it is fast. That is the only reason it is there. Just the structure will change from row based to columnar database. That means it the distance that data has to travel, they call it data path. So that has to be, that is reduced.
Mm-hmm.
Just a technical thing. So, okay, so and then see, if you know how long it takes to pull up the reports, right? Suppose the reporting is done only after the closing happens. So the
Yeah.
manager gets the on 10th of every month. Instead of, say, if what if the manager says on 25th, suppose I'm the profit center, I'm the head of one profit center, and I want to know the status on 25th about this current month, how my performance is, and what measures can I take to improve the performance of my current month. So I need to have real time reporting. So for real-time reporting purposes, it was difficult. So they used to have first closing has to be done, and then after the closing is done, the data was moved to business warehouse, and then from there, the managers used to get the report, and that report, and then based on the report, they can take action for the next month. But what about the month that has already gone? Can they do anything about it? They are already lost opportunity for doing something for the current month. So that is what is this advantage of this Hana, is that you can have you can have proactive decision making rather than reactive business model. So that is what this slide says. Do you have any question on this?
Go ahead, go ahead. But only thing is that, for example, if I am on 25th of the current month,
Okay.
so what kind of decision, what kind of, help or advantage SAP S4 HANA is going to give me to take decision and to recover from the losses?
See, if suppose I am incurring a lot of cost on training, and my cost center is incurring a lot of huge costs are coming into my profit center, because of which my
Mm-hmm.
budget is going to be up. So
Mm-hmm.
I am only limited budget to, and my budget is very limited. So in that case, I can ask my team to not to postpone all my training for the next month so that this month performance does not look bad.
So that can be done even with SAP, right?
See, there are other decisions also that you can take that we will see when we come into reporting. There are real-time, can you have real-time profit and loss created at 25th on 25th of this month?
Yes, why not? We can.
Okay, using your current architecture?
Yes, yes, we can do that.
Okay.
Anytime, any day in a month, I can get the balances. I can get my trial balance or balance sheet or P&L account. The only part which misses is that might be like in case of provisions. For example, if I created some provisions which are expected to be incurred, so to the extent of provisions, I can say that it will not give the exact results, but rest of the things I can retrieve anytime. Based
Yeah,
on the
so
profit center, I can bring the balance sheet anytime.
okay. So HANA actually is real-time data infrastructure because what kind of reports do you take from business warehousing? What kind of reports do you have? We get
Say
planning
most
reports.
of the, exactly.
So that planning reports, can you get real-time right now?
Yeah, we can get even in ACC itself.
I think in ACC we don't get the planning reports because the
No, no,
ETL.
no, no. We can get. If we have done the planning implemented in your system and you have uploaded the balances, planned balances, like how you are going to do it in S4 HANA. So
Okay.
definitely system will. There are standard SAP supplied reports are there, which gives you the comparison between plan and actual, so that you can take the decision.
And consolidation also you can take it real-time.
Consolidation we have altogether BPC, business process and consolidation. We have a different module altogether.
Yes. So can you do that real-time right now? That module.
Real time means, for example, if I am on 5th of the month, so for 5 days I can take in these things, a simple finance. Is it possible?
In simple finance it is possible because it is
So if,
connected. See,
for
I'll tell
example, if I am on 5th of the month, I
you.
wanted
Okay.
to understand how I am going, last 5 days. If I wanted to understand, business consolidation for last 5 days, is it possible in S4HANA?
Real-time data is available in S4HANA because of the database is stored in the RAM. RAM means you can access data which used to take 8 hours, 9 hours in within a matter of seconds. So real time you don't have to see. Currently what is happening is the BW server, the ETL tools are required. Once the finalization of accounting is done and closing has taken place, then they move the data using ETL to another server, and from that server we pull out the report. So there is no reconciliation between the two servers. So that
Yeah,
is the reason.
yeah, that's true.
So that is why in this real time, the database server, the business warehouse server is actually pulling data from the HANA server. There is only one database, underlying database. We'll get to that again in the next slides.
Oh, 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 oh.
Have
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
yes. So we can again we can discuss on this point again because in the next slide I will show you this. See how ETL tools are used, and in HANA you have only one complete. Say here we have this EC in this part we use this is the BW server and this is used to consolidation. So we have ETL tools and all these three servers. The data has to be moved after closing and everything takes place. So we have
Mm-hmm.
same copies in three different servers. Whereas in case
Mm-hmm.
of HANA, you have only one server on which all other are mounted on top of this. So there is one server on which everything can be worked. So real-time data is possible. So like this OLTP, that the the transaction data and the analytical data both are using the same database.
Mm-hmm.
And see,
So now
in
you mean that no need to extract data from R3 to BI system, so that we can prepare the consolidation reports in BI. So directly I can access SAP HANA and I can generate the consolidated reports.
yes, directly you can access SAP HANA, you can prepare consolidated reports.
So you mean that we can avoid the BI system itself?
No, we have BI system just because in BI you can that whatever the data cubes, info cubes that they prepare, whatever process that BI guys have to do, they have to do it to get the reports. The only thing, the database that they are accessing is the same. Only the database, underlying database. The remaining business
Okay.
warehousing process. Getting my point?
Yeah, 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 I got your point.
Okay. So any questions on this?
Oh, nothing, my friend.
All right. So this is the simplified model that we spoke about. There, all the predictive analytics and everything is using the same database and is optimized so that it can give you the planning and calculation, and predictive analytics can take place on the same server. And then this is
Okay.
how it's just
One question, Prasanna. My question is that, in simple finance, do we have month-end closing activities, or we do not have any such kind of activities in simple finance?
no. See, the process will not change. The business functions will not change. Only thing, the underlying architecture has changed. Whatever we have been doing, we have to do. Only thing, they have made it more simplified.
The reason why I'm asking is that, say, for example, you said that, if I wanted to have a consolidated report on 25th of the month, you said in simple finance very well it is possible. Wherein, if I have not, carried out like, balance forward or settlements or, JRR clearing or anything, okay, which are part
Yeah,
of the month-end transactions.
so settlements you need not do it in. I don't think in simple finance you do not have to do settlement. It automatically, it is
Okay.
real time. Actually, FI and CO is one module now in simple finance. It is not two different modules.
Okay.
It is, and
Looks,
whatever cost element are created, cost element, primary cost element, secondary cost element, both are created in our FS00 only. Both.
okay. Mhm.
So actually, the when we get to the configuration part, when we do hands-on, then you will understand much better. And I will
Yeah,
be
yeah,
also
yeah.
able to
I
show
am,
the system. I will be able to show you those things. Like we
yeah,
have,
very enthusiastic, because it is looking, very interesting for me.
yeah, it is interesting. It is interesting, and it is really, and actually, it is the right time to learn it, because now whatever we have learned till now is going to be redundant in the next couple of years. We have to unlearn and learn new things now.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I'll just walk you through this slide. They started in 2011 with a Hana database, then moved on, made some changes for business warehouse, only for business warehouse purposes. Then they tried with our business ECC suite. Then they remodeled everything and came up with Simple Finance powered by Hana. This was the version 1. And then they came up with, now it is version 2. This is where we are right now. And the advantages, like more simplified data model, actually simplified in the sense many of the current tables, they have removed this. I mean, when I say removed, they have kept it only as a view. They have the underlying,
Ah,
it does not store any data anymore.
okay,
Tables does not store any, mostly the index table and the totals table. Only
okay.
those are, only those tables are removed, because it is redundant, right? Why we need to create multiple copies of the same table when we have such infrastructure which can use the main database itself to process information?
That's true.
And that is called universal journal. Universal journal is a very important term in our S4 HANA, because that is a big database, and it is AC DOCA, ACDOCA. That is the database, just like Faggle FlexT was there in new GL. Similarly,
Exactly.
this is the this is AC Doka is the database that you need to remember. We'll get to that in the next slide. So
Okay.
I'm working. This is the current. So we have simplified data model, new user experience, Fiori. There is SAP Fiori. There is a. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like
Web-based
an
research.
app
Yeah,
device
yeah,
which
yeah.
can send notification, and they have connected that to HANA, just to from the airport, if you want to, just you can
Yeah,
log
yeah.
into the mobile.
Very, very recently for Philips India, we have delivered SAP area for, sales order tracking and this thing, invoice tracking. Very recently.
Okay, okay, okay. Very good. So any questions till now what we covered?
No, Prasanna, you can go ahead.
Sure. So now one more thing here. Yeah, I spoke about the database. All right. Okay. So now we are in this stage. Okay, fine. So this is again, we have spoken about the SAP Fiori, how it is mounted on SAP HANA, and it is just a new user experience where they have simplified the end user input screens and stuff like that. We will see this Fiori again, hands-on, we'll do it in this. And yeah, real-time simplified, real-time we will get the data real time. And SAP HANA, as we spoke about, in-memory database increases speed, and the columnar database, it is row versus column. The emphasis on column now rather than row. Just
Okay.
an architecture change for finance. It is good to know. So the point only thing is that now the performance has improved, and there are a lot of structural changes in our FICO that we have to emphasize. We will learn more on. We will get to FICO part very soon now.
Okay.
That is important for us. So these are on. Okay, one thing I'll tell you is, okay, so reduce data proofprint and higher throughput. I'm just rushing through these things because I'm assuming now that you know, I mean, you are such an experienced person that I need not have to break minute
Yeah,
things for
that's
you.
fine. One question, Prashana. See, as it is a cloud-based solution, because we have a very big team of success factors cloud HR solution team here,
Okay,
and our company is very famous for SAP success factors implementation. Okay.
okay,
The limitation what I can see, sometime, they are very disappointed with the solution which was provided SAP, especially for, related to success factors. Because,
okay,
when customer is expecting something which is, is very much familiar, and he might be using the same solution like last 10, 15 years, he is not
hmm,
getting the same comfort what, he was using in the past with SAP cloud solution.
okay.
Do we have such kind of limitations in our Simple Finance?
No, no,
Or
actually
is
what
it
has
possible
happened,
to do much customization in Simple Finance?
yes, yes, we can do a lot of customization in it, and user will love it because they have to, when the training has to be given on Fiori, it is very user friendly.
Okay.
It is very user friendly. So, and it has some guides also in it. So even if a user does not know what to do next, the software will help the user to do what next step should be taken.
So the reason I tell you, Prasanna, for example, recently I went to one of the customer in Saudi Arabia to give, SAP demo for, for implementation of SAP ECC solution.
Okay,
So we were just talking about, SAP cloud solution like Simple Finance. Clients are afraid of having, cloud-based solution not because of the data security.
okay,
So they are, afraid of, limitations what, cloud solution is having towards meeting their expectations in terms of, usability, flexibility,
yes,
those kind of
yes, yes.
things.
Yeah, and they are right in a way because people still are not comfortable with the idea of cloud, because I have seen many people who preach for cloud computing still carry a own hard drive to back up their own data. The mindset is such that you are understanding my point. Did you
Mindset is one thing actually. Yeah, yeah, I understood your point. We try to, actually, I was, accompanied by my success factor team
because
practice
client,
head.
yeah, yeah. The
The
client wants
problem
to
is, when we try to convince them to go for a cloud-based solution, they are very much
okay,
worried only because of the limitations what cloud-based solution is having towards the customization.
okay, okay, yeah.
Not about,
Because
data security or something, something, blah, blah. They are very much worried only about the customization part.
and yeah, and they are right in a way also. Again, I'll tell you, because not many professionals are available who are good with cloud based customization.
Okay.
So availability of resource is also one of the important issue which client raises, because
That's
on
true.
premise, because cloud based, some of the things you should know how to customize it. Like if suppose they are going to Amazon and procuring the servers, how to troubleshoot the server in a cloud based is a different ball game altogether than on premise. So you need to
Okay.
be trained cloud based server computing also, because how you will connect to cloud, you so that is a different technology. Not many professionals are still in SAP, not many, still not all the business process have moved to cloud. Still not all business process have moved to cloud. On premise, whatever functions we have availability in public cloud and in private cloud, still not all business functions can be done. They are still working on it.
Okay. Okay.
So
So which
again,
means
the
like we may not have everything what we have in ACC in cloud.
yes. So that is one more concern that they have. And third concern that
Okay.
I face with my clients is about ownership. They don't get the feeling of ownership with the data.
That is always there in the cloud. But people are compromising, ready to compromise. Yeah, I understood, according to your experience, they are not having, data ownership of the data. That is true. But according to me, most of the, Middle East clients, they are much worried about, customization. Because they
Customization,
will
yeah.
not work, for 8 hours. They'll work only 1 hour in a day. And within 1 hour, they want magics on their screens.
Yeah, correct, correct, correct. Yeah, that is true. That is true. So how do you respond to those clients who says, then how do you respond to them?
See, the normally I always suggest to go for, on-premise solution. That is first thing what I talk about. And,
Okay,
mostly we tell, what are the, like, especially like ownership of data security. And,
okay,
they can have their own servers in their own premises. They can look around the 24/7. So
okay,
those kind of advantage points we will tell them, because we don't have, if when client is not much willing to listen about a cloud-based solution, we will not talk about, because it is the end of the day, I want
okay.
business, whether it is on-premise or on cloud.
Correct, correct, correct. So
But
then you
now,
push for on.
after looking into success factors, we started, I myself, very much interested to go for cloud-based solution. Going forward, I want to give demos on cloud-based solution, because most
Actually,
of the, Indian clients, specifically the
yeah,
Indian clients, who are
yes,
not ready to spend much money, like in terms of crores and crores of rupees for to procure a server and to implement, to
correct.
thereafter to have a support. So we wanted to,
Mhm.
suggest them to go for the cloud-based solution.
Yeah, very good, very good. Yeah, that is one big advantage, that cloud one is very, very cost effective.
Yeah.
That is one good advantage, because for Middle East clients, cost is not a big criteria, I think.
For them, cost is not big. This thing exactly. That's
Yeah.
true.
But for Indian customer, cost is one big factor when it comes to. So that is where Indian customers can be convinced for cloud.
Yeah, but
And
but every customer knows that SAP is a white elephant.
that is
Whether it is cloud or on-premise, it is a white elephant.
yeah, correct. Like one of the enhancement project, we give enhancements even if it is not required. So some of the things even client, yeah, yeah, they feel it is white
That's what I
elephant.
told.
Yeah,
No, it is white elephant. It will white elephant. It will eat up their revenues.
yes, yes, yes. But it is a elephant that they have to keep, because now, because of the competition, you have to keep up with your all data. I mean, all analytics tools. You have to have reporting done in proper time, and with so much of reporting, mandatory reporting also, international reporting. So SAP is actually, many clients are preferring SAP only over other database, other
How
ERPs.
good SAP S/4HANA for big clients? Like for example, I say one client, we say British Petroleum. Okay,
Okay,
you might be knowing about British Petroleum, Shell, or like a currently we have Saudi Aramco. Okay, they are very
okay,
big and they are ready to spend a big amount of money even on premise. Okay.
okay.
Is that possible? We can suggest them to go for a cloud-based solution, especially for finance part. Is that possible? That much flexibility do they have in cloud-based solution, especially in
Yes, they
S/4HANA?
can go. Yes, they can go for hybrid. See, hybrid one, they can partially put things on cloud. See this,
Okay.
yeah. In hybrid, we have, see, on-premise, cloud, and hybrid. So you can tell
Okay.
your clients that some of the business functions can be moved to cloud, and you can keep the remaining on-premise. So hybrid one is a combination of two.
Okay.
So you can tell the advantages of hybrid one, whichever you feel is very very important and you feel is required on-premise. You can keep it. Some of the lesser important functions can be moved to cloud, which will in a way optimize the and take the best features of the both.
Mm.
So
Okay.
how then now the question will be how you present that to the client, how you
Yeah, yeah.
present and show them the benefits of
See,
moving in.
so that is what my expectation from you.
Okay, so at the end of the course, see, many things is sometimes after we do hands-on, many things will, you, with your experience, you will come up with new things. Actually, when we work together, I would be more excited to work with you because I will also learn a lot of new things while we are working together.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
You will suggest me some things which has not triggered till now to me, and then I will
Yeah, yeah,
investigate
definitely.
into.
See, in terms of business process and the solution architecting, I can help you a lot. Any kind
Okay,
of business process, you can tell me which you are not having solution there. Definitely I can help you to, how to route them or how to, have a design in SAP.
okay, okay, sure, sure. We'll look forward to it. Sure,
Okay.
we'll work together. Yeah. So, any questions on whatever we covered so far?
Nothing, Prasanna. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the slide is over. We'll take the next slide.
So the other part, which I would like to understand in simple finance is like, I do not have much exposure into, especially an FSCM part.
Okay.
Financial supply chain management part, I do not have much exposure. Okay. The other, most of the clients, say, for example, I go for, demos, okay, as
Okay.
part of the pre-sales or, post-sales, both the ways,
Okay.
even though I lead a SAP FICO practice, but I will be part of sales team as well. And when we go
Okay.
for the demo, the most word or the terminology what they use, cash flow, cash flow, cash flow, or
Oh yeah.
liquidity forecasting.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So that is only available in FSCM part, which we do not have, in ECC. Like ECC, what we do is that I myself, with my, experience, we do some manipulation with balance sheet and P&L accounts, and we will derive some, cash flow statement. We show that yes, this is fine, and you can use it. But that is not the real thing which we can suggest to the client, which are very much matured in terms of uh, functionality. Because if I say that liquidity forecasting or cash
Mm.
forecasting, if I say that use this function, they may not accept the solution what we are suggesting today. So I believe that SAP Simple Finance is having very good solution for that.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, in SAP Simple Finance, cash management has been merged with FIMU, so it will very well be a part of our syllabus of our course. Cash management
Okay,
initially
great, great, great.
before
Okay,
before Simple Finance, it was a different module, FSCM.
okay,
So you had to take a separate course for FSCM. Just like
exactly. That's true.
FI was a separate module, CO is a separate module, FSCM, Treasury Cash Management, this is a separate module, and
Exactly.
right now everything is in one. That is why they have simplified.
BPC is separate model, and we have like PRA, production and revenue account. I think may not production revenue account, I believe, not available in Simple Finance.
Actually, production revenue. I will get back to you on this.
You can check actually if that functionality is there or not. I believe it is not there with Simple Finance. If that is there, it is very great actually. So I am very much interested to spend even every day 20 hours to explore about Simple Finance. If
Oh,
that is
very good.
there.
Production revenue account.
Yeah, production and revenue accounting.
Okay.
So it is inclusive of joint venture accounting.
Okay. Yeah.
joint venture accounting and production revenue accounting will be used for SAP IS as part of SAP IS oil solution for refineries
I get
upstream.
industry specific uh,
Yeah, it is industry specific solution for
for
upstream
utility.
industry. Yeah,
Okay.
it will be part
Yeah.
of utilities exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you have worked on this industry utilities before?
Yeah, I worked on.
Okay. Okay. Very good.
I worked on IS oil for around 5 years.
Okay. Okay. So FICA module was there, na? FICA FICA.
Not figure like it is specific to joint venture accounting. That is one critical module. What upstream solution is having. The next
Okay.
high-end solution what upstream is having is PRA, production revenue accounting, which is inclusive of planning as well as projecting revenues.
Okay. Okay. Since you are coming from
Uh,
a
yeah,
you are
it has very good market. Very high
okay.
demanded solution in SAP currently. If you know
Okay.
PRA, and people are ready to pay you 1 crore per year.
Oh, very good.
Where it has very good demand in the market, especially if you go to Middle East and if you go to any IS oil like oil companies in Middle East, so they are ready to pay you more than 1 crore per year as a salary to you if you know PRA.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it is a very difficult model. No one is there in the market to teach.
Yeah.
There are
That
few
is why.
people in Hyderabad, but they tell all stories, but they doesn't know anything. I really went for demos and they doesn't know anything.
Okay. Okay. I will find out more about this. PRA and
You
revenue.
can explore. It has very good market now. Currently, it is in a huge demand. It was like it is having much demand than what you might be having. I don't know much about Simple Finance because most of the clients still they are running an on-premise solution.
Okay. In Simple Finance also we have on-premise solution plus cloud and hybrid
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
Only thing is the architecture of the in-premise solution is changed. So better, faster hardware stuff and RAM. So mostly it is RAM based in memory processing.
That is what normally SAP does actually. With a simple, few new terminologies, they'll come up and they'll, kick the clients like anything to go for that solution and they'll, load the customers.
I agree to it. Actually now this name is not Simple Finance. It is S4 Hana Finance. They have changed it now.
Yeah.
There's no more.
Yeah, exactly. They have changed the name as for, I know, exactly.
So financial accounting. So integration with material management is also available here, and data aging, index and total. Like I was telling,
Okay. I have one simple question here, Prasanna. Sorry. See,
yeah.
SAP S4 HANA Simple Finance Solution
Mhm.
is like integrated solution or it is only for the finance?
It is integrated solution. In financial module, we have simple finance, simple logistics. So in simple finance is integrated solution for FI, CO, FSCM, treasury management and fund management. All these are integrated into this.
Okay.
And logistics, simple logistics in integration SD, MM, PP and PM. These are integrated into simple logistics. So they have combined a lot of modules into one for finance function. Total all finance related and cost related modules have been put into one module now.
The reason why I'm asking is that, for example, like we have one customer, recently who, I just went and gave the demo, but for their business size, having SAP ECC solution will be very expensive.
Okay.
But they are into manufacturing. They have MRP, they have everything like they need
Okay.
MRP, they want a MM model, PM, QM, everything, PS, FICO. everything they wanted to have. But if, for example, if tomorrow, if I go for second level meeting, can I suggest SAP Simple Finance as a cloud-based solution, which will be very cost-effective for them to have it? And I can tell them, it is also having integration with other logistics model, like especially PP towards MRP.
Yes, yes, you can tell them that. You can tell them.
Okay, okay.
And based on the size of the company, you can see what kind of implementation they can go, what level of implementation they can go.
Okay. See, normally, as far as my experience is concerned, what I do is that, if the turnover is more than 1,000 crores, we suggest them to go for, on-premise solution. We never
Okay,
suggest them to go for any, cloud-based solution. Because, if they are able to spend 1% of their revenues, maybe 1 or 2% of their total revenues, they can set up the on-premise solution.
correct, correct.
So normally most of the clients, whether it is a domestic client or, foreign client, they are very much interested, or they are okay to spend, till 2 to 3% of total their, turnover as for IT.
Okay,
That's all the normal, trend which is going on. Maybe few of the clients, if they are so passionate to have, very good ERP solution, they are ready to pay even, they are ready to spend even up to 5% of their total turnover.
okay, okay, very good.
So accordingly, we will suggest them, what kind of solution which suits for them.
Okay, okay. So you should be having good knowledge about what all solutions we in SAP Finance we can give to them.
Yeah, that's what, even I am very much interested to learn, hear from you,
Yeah, yeah.
especially about, simple finance.
Yes, yes. Any questions?
No, Prasanna, go ahead. Like if we were talking about these tables.
Yes. So what I will tell, these tables, they are, this is for open item. This is
Yeah,
GL
yeah,
open
I
item.
know. Just go ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
So, yeah. So what they have done is they have been replaced with what we call this. I spoke about that table, right? AC Doka.
Something AC is something we were talking about. Yeah.
Is ACDO, that is called journal, universal journal. You should know this term,
Okay.
universal journal, AC Doka. I should
Okay.
write it so that you remember. It's a very important term. That is ACDOC.
Okay.
So this is one master table, you can call this one huge table in which everything,
So,
all the data. This
okay,
is one
this
under.
table will be having both plan and actual data, or we have a separate table for plan.
Yes. So this will carry only actual data. For planning, it is only
Because it
everything.
is ending with the, okay.
Yeah, this will carry only actual data. But most of
Okay.
the data, so these tables carry only views now.
That's exactly, okay.
These tables carry only view, and for special purpose ledger, so these tables that I've mentioned have been replaced by views. Okay, so just to
Okay.
know this, and even so, the constraint that we told is planning. Planning is separate. This is the constraint here.
Okay.
Okay, planning
Which means planning
separate.
is not part of the simple finance, it is part of the simple finance.
Part of simple finance, but it is not under this. So you have to have for planning. We need to have a different integrated business planning module, which is different, not integrated with
Okay.
this.
Okay.
That is, but if certain clients is insisting on having other MMPP, other module planning also, so that is the constraint here. But hopefully it will again be moved to one. the same server, but right now it is not the case.
Okay.
This is for the same logic applies for AR and AP module.
So we
The
have
same,
this leading and non-leading ledger solution to meet IFRS, IAS solutions and all, right?
yes, the new GL is actually kind of now they are pushing in simple finance. The clients who are working in classical GL will have to move to new GL, but they have an option of
Uh,
still having classical GL even in simple finance.
Okay.
But highly
Okay.
recommend to new GL
Yeah.
because now we have new asset accounting also. Apart from new GL, you have new asset accounting.
What is that specific functionality? What it has from?
Yeah, so apart in new asset accounting, just like we have currently, we use delta region for depreciation area. If you want to post if you want to post say book depreciation, you can post real time. But apart from that, if you want to post any other parallel ledger in real time, you have to create another area called delta region. We call it delta area, derived area, right?
Okay.
So right
Uh-huh.
now in finance you can post to not only the book depreciation 01, you can post any ledger real time, any ledger, either by accounts approach or ledger approach. You can use any one of them. Both work,
Okay.
and you
So, but
yeah
current ACC, what it has is that, you can also post, multiple depreciation areas to different ledgers according to, reporting requirements. Even
you
that is
can
there
post
with
it.
ACC.
Yeah, it is there, but only thing you have to create another depreciation area for posting the difference amount.
Exactly.
Then
So
only
we will create another ledger and different depreciation area and we will post it.
yes, but in the new asset accounting you need not do that.
Okay. Let's say maybe, very few interesting things I have, to take away from simple finance.
Yeah, yeah. So credit management, one additional functionality is it has been moved to financial supply chain management completely. Right now, like credit
Okay.
management is in accounts receivable part of SD and part of FSCM, but now it is
Exactly. Yeah.
exclusively available in FSCM module.
Oh, great. Okay.
And then you have vendor information system. You can these are the additional functionalities which we can see, reporting
Okay. Okay.
functionality.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a new asset accounting, and this is like prerequisite is new GL accounting.
Okay.
So see, one thing here it is that suppose it says for new asset accounting, my prerequisite is new GL accounting. Now what
Mm-hmm.
about clients? Now question is, what about the client who are in classical GL accounting but want to use new GL, new asset accounting? They do not want
Okay.
to move to new GL accounting, but I want new asset accounting. So what for
Mm-hmm.
them also we have a provision here. The
Oh,
provision,
great.
yeah. So
Okay.
for them it says I want to take advantage of new asset accounting functionality, but I don't want to move to new GL accounting.
Oh,
First thing
great.
what
Okay.
tell the client is that you see what we have to tell them is see we can do that. You will, first we have to tell them the benefits of new GL accounting. Why? We have to convince the client to move to new GL. The advantage will be like parallel accounting and document splitting. So you can take segment reporting. These functionalities are available in new GL. So if the client still does not want those functionalities, then still we can move them to new asset accounting. That provision is there. Just a tick,
Okay.
just that is also possible. But here we have mentioned new GL accounting is a prerequisite. So it is
Okay.
if during migration, if we have to convince the client to move them to new GL accounting. So first migration of
Okay.
classical to new, and then migration of the whole thing into simple finance.
Okay.
And see, the parallel valuation is accounts based approach and ledger based approach, which still is we are using it in new asset accounting.
Mm-hmm.
The still classical also we use this thing. Asset
Okay.
prior asset accounting prior to this referred to in the following classic asset accounting, yeah, is no longer available in the very important point is classic asset accounting is no longer available.
Okay.
So in new in So if currently somebody is using asset accounting, they have to move to new asset accounting in simple finance. But that is not the case
Okay.
with UGL. But with the case
Okay.
is with asset. If you are
Okay.
using classic
Okay.
asset accounting and you want to move to simple finance, the only option you have is to move to new asset accounting.
Okay.
So we convince the client to
Okay.
go to asset new legal also, so that it is going forward. It will be easy for them, because after some time, if they change their mind, then it will be a huge project for them to migrate and then test everything in
Yeah,
the.
exactly. See, recently our, one of the client, it was acquired by some other big company, and they wanted to have, reporting in IFRS format. So, but unfortunately, when this system was designed, they have not, implemented additional ledgers for having, depreciation postings. Not only depreciation, but even the inventory valuation is, happening only as per FIFO. But, IFRS they want to have in early FO. Even the
Yeah,
depreciation, they will have a different terminology and depreciation,
yeah,
figures.
yeah, yeah. Correct, correct. So as per
So when
IFRS,
we suggested them to go for migration, SAP is asking huge amount of money.
yes, that is true. Migration is a huge project
So
for classical SAP.
just for understanding, person, normally for cloud-based solution, how SAP is selling solution, selling this, solution to the clients. Especially, I am talking about simple finance. For example, in SF, I know, like they'll charge per user, this much, and they'll sell the solution.
Okay, okay. I can find
In
that
case
out.
of
You,
simple,
I
yeah, that
can
is,
take a look.
very much helpful information for me.
From client point of view, I've not thought about. Yeah, tell me the question. What is your question? What is the
My
pricing for
question,
cloud?
for example, say if I wanted to, give SAP on-premise solution, I tell them, for licensing cost is this much, and the user license for key users or like a business partners owner, this is the, licensing cost for end user, this is the licensing cost. Like that, we will be giving the licensing cost as well as the product, cost, everything.
Okay.
Excluding the hardware. Okay. But in case of,
Yeah.
for example, in case of, success factors, SAP research solution, what we do is that, we'll tell them, this much SAP is charging per user. And, we will be counting how many users, and accordingly we will asking for the PO from the client. But in case of,
For such.
simple finance, I wanted to understand, what kind of, selling process, what they follow. SAP
Okay.
follows especially.
For both on premise and for cloud both, right?
Yeah.
For success factors, how much do you charge?
Not we actually. SAP directly giving, based on the client. So
Mm-hmm.
SAP is such a foolish company. Sometime, they say that per user I'll charge 10,000 rupees. But, some
Okay.
one fine day they'll come and say that, we are ready to sell it for 500 rupees. We are giving 95% discount.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I cannot really comment, if you take any SAP product during the year end, especially in the month of, last quarter, which is, November, December, especially those 2, 3 months, they will
Yeah.
give huge discounts to the customers.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's what I told. Even some customers, they got even more than 90% of the discount.
Oh, that is very good. I can discuss it with my
Hmm.
clients.
That is there even with, I am sure, it might be even, they might be having same strategy for simple finance. But I wanted to know the, figures from you, what kind of,
I
selling process they have, whether they are selling per user, what kind of, sales process they follow for this.
okay. 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 I can find that out and tell you.
Yeah, yeah, because that is very much required for me.
Okay. Okay. Because you are in that role. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine.
Okay, Prasanna, I think, I have taken more than 1 hour, nearly 1 hour of your time. So it is
Okay.
nice to have a good discussion with you. hope, going forward we will have, a nice time, and maybe we will have a very good knowledge sharing sessions.
Sure, sure, sure. Even I'm looking forward to working with you.
Yeah, currently you are working for?
I'm working in Deloitte right now.
Oh, great. Okay.
But I think the session is recorded. I shouldn't be speaking about my
Pardon?
the session is getting recorded because I cannot give training outside.
Okay.
So I should not take the name of my company. So I
Oh,
will ask.
come on, my friend. I have more than 7 to 8 years of experience, both the classroom, online training. I have, very good, students who are having more than 20 plus of years of experience in logistic model who wants to move to, finance. Who are some of
Okay,
the people, they are managing big companies as well. So it's
okay.
okay. I know all this, issues what we,
Actually, what happens is this the session sometimes goes into YouTube. So
No, 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 no. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'll take care of that. Don't no worry, Prasanna.
sure, sure, Sunanda.
Even, last time when I went to Tata Steel, just before getting into Tata Steel, I was, asked by one of the SAP education team to go for, interview which will be conducted by Tata Steel.
Okay,
And they were telling that, we are very much interested to talk about only the, material ledger and only the stock valuation and product costing.
okay, okay,
So I said, boss, it is my favorite area. This is what, bread and butter last, 10 years.
okay, okay.
So, but I'm surprised, I'm amazed by their, interview because, few of the things, even though I have a lot of experience, I
Hmm.
never come across those kind of business processes. That's what. So I see. I always realize one thing that we never be 100% in terms of knowledge.
Correct, 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 correct.
So we will be having something new always to learn. Maybe that is what even my expectation from you, Prasanna. Hope you will
Sure, sure.
you will give me so many new things.
Yes, yes. We will work together. We'll learn a lot of new things, and even I will learn a lot of new things. And even this
Definitely.
field that we are working together, even this is evolving. So we will anyway have to learn new things going forward.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
when
definitely, Prasanna.
yes, sure.
Okay, Prasanna, go ahead. Thank you for your time, valuable time and presentation. So I'll just talk to these guys, and I will just because I was just talking about free discount because I may not spend much money on this. I do not want to spend much money on this. So maybe once I finish that, we will have a session very soon.
Sure, sure, Sunara. Yeah. Take care. Have a nice day. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Prasanna. Bye bye. Take care.